Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our special How to Sell episode of the Cruise Corner podcast. I'm joined today by Ruth Venn, Associate Vice President of Sales and Distribution for P&O Cruises. Thank you for joining us, Ruth.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to really go into the ins and outs of selling P&O Cruises, and our plan is for you, the agents listening and watching this, to leave this episode with some real cold, hard selling tips. We want you to become P&O Cruises experts for as much as possible within the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
So Ruth, to kick things off, we like to ask our guests the same question. So picture the scenario. You're grabbing a coffee with a friend. They've asked for a holiday recommendation. So in 30 seconds or less, why should they sail with P&O Cruises?
Okay, 30 seconds. So I would say you get to unpack once and see a different destination of you every single morning. And P&O Cruises is Britain's favourite cruise line. So we absolutely make proper cups of tea. We bring tailored to British taste comedy, amazing entertainment, and food that you can really get excited about on board. Whether you love spa days, whether you love city breaks, relaxing by the pool with a cocktail, sending your kids to kids club, or spending time as a family, there really is a cruise with P&O Cruises for everyone. And that's why we do so well in terms of repeat rate, and so many people come back because they just had the most amazing holiday experience.
Fantastic. Great.
Was that 30 seconds?
I mean, I'll give or take.
Okay. I just speak slow.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to dig into some of the key selling points of P&O Cruises. So I'm going to ask you for three kind of great selling tips, or three features of P&O Cruises that you want our agent listeners to walk away with.
Yeah.
So give me your first one.
I think it's got to be about ease of travel. And I think that's a real selling point for P&O Cruises. So whether you're sailing from Southampton, which is easily accessible with our select price, you can choose coach or car parking that will get you to the ship very easily, or going on one of our exclusive charter flights to Malta, to Tenerife, or to Barbados. It is about ease of getting you to that destination. And I just think that just makes your holiday start effortlessly. And I'm really lucky because I live in Southampton, so it's even easier for me. And within half an hour of leaving my house, I can be on board and that holiday has started. But that's just such an important fact, none of that stress really. On our charter flights, a lot of people don't understand, but as soon as you check in at the airport, you wave goodbye to your luggage, it gets tagged up, and the next time you see your luggage is when you're on the ship and it's waiting outside your cabin door for you. So you don't have to wait at the turnstile, you don't have to wait for your luggage. It's just, you can check in at the airport, seamlessly travel, get to the ship, start your holiday, and your luggage is waiting. And it just really is such a ease of travel, which takes a lot of stress out of it.
I think for people who haven't cruised before, like the whole idea of sailing from Southampton, where you can literally start your holiday the second you board, I think that's a concept that kind of gets lost on people who have never cruised before. I mean, how much does that sort of enhance the holiday experience?
Yeah, it does. And sometimes, and this is where agents can really help with this, because sometimes it's little tips. So if customers have never done that before, just remind them to pack things like this. If it's going to be sunny, pack your swimsuit in your hand luggage. So as soon as you get on board, you can put your swimsuit on, you can be at the pool, you can order your strawberry daiquiri or your lemonade fizz, and it feels like you're, in Spain. If the weather in Southampton is playing ball as well, it's even better. But exactly that, as soon as you're on board, you can start exploring the ship. The venues are all open. You can start your drinks package if you've got it. You can go and enjoy one of the dine-in. You can book your entertainment. So literally the moment you're on board, that holiday begins, and that's just such a nice feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially as someone who flies through airports a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
What a luxury.
Yeah, but I do think it's important just to explain that to customers as well, and make sure they're really clear that as soon as you're on board, you've got your holiday starts, so make sure there's anything that you need in order for that holiday. Because the number, especially kids as well, I've been on holiday with my kids and they're straight in the pool, and people are like, oh, our swimsuits are in our luggage and it's not quite got on board yet. So yeah, get that little tip for them as well.
Cool. Okay, we're off to a good start. So your second tip, which I believe is going to be around value.
Yeah, I think so. P&O Cruises offers incredible value. So whether you're taking the all-inclusive package and customers are opting for that, which includes drinks, Wi-Fi and a dining credit, or if people are choosing to pay as they go, and often that's with an additional onboard spending money that we offer throughout different promotions. value is really important, and it's really prominent in terms of what we hear in terms of feedback for P&O Cruises. But I would say just be careful not to lead on value. So think about all of the great experiences and the great kind of feelings and emotions that come with booking a holiday, and then underpin it with value rather than necessarily leading with, oh, here's a great offer. Think about what's important first, and then follow up with it being a great offer and how much is included.
Do you think there's too much of an emphasis on value sometimes?
I think there can be, yeah. And then you might find that's when people are maybe making the wrong decisions. So I think it's important, because value doesn't always mean it's the right holiday for you. It might be a holiday that's within your budget, but I think it's important that agents break that down and make it really clear to their customer, okay, this is, these are the options that you've got. And I guess, again, going back to the all-inclusive package, some people find that incredible value, and some people say, oh, I don't need to spend that amount because I only drink one drink a day. And that's great. And that's why the flexibility and the choice is there. So it's just really understanding what the customer thinks value is, what that means to them, and then leaning on that experience first.
In terms of sort of maybe the baseline entry level seafarer P&O Cruises, what's already included in that, and what can guests add on if they want to? I
think that's the beauty of P&O Cruise Holiday. You can go on holiday and not have to pay for anything extra. So you get your amazing accommodation included, your dining is included, all of the entertainment, and lots of the amenities on board as well are included. Juice at breakfast, that type of thing. But if people want a little bit more, then they would pay for their alcoholic drinks. So anything they want, their speciality dining, there are some restaurants that are included, so some of the different restaurants, but some are a little bit more special occasion or offering a little bit more kind of bespoke and specific menu, so they have an additional charge, but it's all optional. So some customers might want that and others don't. Likewise, shore experience. So if guests want to go off and go ashore independently, they can do, and there's obviously no cost for that. But if they want to do a more organised shore excursion, maybe go and see something with a tour guide and much more specific, then they can do that at a cost as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, I'm going to ask you for your third and final tip.
Probably a cliche, but I do think that it's about there is a cruise for everyone. So travel agents, and I think we've got so much better at this, but really understanding that there is a cruise for everyone. So if someone's come in and looking at holiday options, don't necessarily wait for them to ask you to say, oh, I'm thinking about going on a cruise. Think about how you can offer them a cruise. So if they're talking around, oh, I love going on a beach, but I also like city breaks, and you can think about a cruise that can really tailor that. And then within P&O Cruises, we've got a range of different ships. So we've got ships that cater for 2,500 people, right up to ships that cater for nearly 6,000. So again, a really broad experience and different things. And again, you've got adult only, exclusively for adult itineraries, or we've got really family friendly, orientated, multi-generational holidays. So it's about just understanding that guest and who's in front of you and what they want. But there is a cruise for everyone, for sure.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 3 really good, succinct selling tips there. So to summarize, ease of travel, so being able to go either from Southampton as part of an ex-UK cruise or chartered flights.
Yeah.
And I think the second point there was also really interesting, but it's not just all about value, because then you're not talking about some of the other amazing elements of the cruise that can make someone, maybe someone who has a slightly larger holiday budget, it might by mistake discount them.
Yeah, potentially. I think so. Yeah, it is. Value's unique to everyone, right? What you think is good value might be very different to me. So it's about understanding what's included, what matters to that guest, and then underpinning it with the value as opposed to leading on value.
Sure. So value is a sweetener.
I think so. Yeah, definitely. It's get them over the line, but it probably won't necessarily get them interested in the first place. It's about selling the dream, right?
Fantastic. And then the third and final tip, there is a cruise for everyone.
There's a P&O cruise holiday for everyone. And that's why so many guests return. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, Ruth, thank you so much for that. Thank you for playing ball with us.
Thank you. Thanks.
That was a really insightful. No, absolutely. Thank you for coming in. It was a really insightful conversation.
Really
and as I said before, at the end of every episode, if you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe on Spotify or Amazon Rock Music, wherever you get these podcasts. You can also tune in on YouTube and watch along. And please don't forget to leave us a review, because it helps with our SEO. It helps get this podcast out to more and more people. And we also just really love your feedback. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Ruth. And we'll see you guys all again.